everyone, it's Lisa. Today on DoodleDrawArt, we're going to draw Kizilla. And we're going to draw a really nice big eyeball right here. And as always, I'm going to start off with sketch marks because this will help us to get the proportions right. So the eyeball is front and center of Kizilla, and then his whole body shape is this kind of triangle. So like his arms are going to come all the way down to here, hanging from his side, and then his legs will be at the bottom like this, and his tail is going to stick out from behind. So you should go ahead and do that. You should make a sketch of how big you want him to be and where he's going to fill out the page, and then you'll see that it fits on your page and that you like the look of your character, and that all you have to do now is work out the details. So this is where my Kizilla is going to go, and now I'm going to start to draw him for real. So here I go. I'm going to start off with his eyeball, and it's a nice big circle here at the top of his head. Sometimes circles are the hardest things to get right because circles are hard to get perfect. So if you have to fix your circle a couple of times, that's okay. I usually have to fix my circles too, and I've been drawing for a really long time. So you don't have to worry if your circles aren't perfect at first. Okay, so then inside of his Kizilla's eye, we're going to make a darker ridge that goes around the side like this and just enhances this top edge. This is like the lid or the eyelashes, I'm not sure which, but you know, that's the same. It's the impression of something here along his eye that makes it really make it look just like Kizilla. And then inside here we're going to draw his eyeball, and it's almost a circle but kind of an oval. So just like that. And then inside we're going to draw some lines to show where the reflection will be. So like a jelly bean shape right here, and then a little dot after that. So that's just going to not get colored in. But the rest of this will all be colored in black when we do our final lines and coloring. Alright, so then we're going to draw his eyelid. So, or his eye, I don't know, the top of his head above his eye. So we're going to draw another shape that just goes in the same direction and shape as his eye above it. And so this is the part here that's going to be green between his eye and the top of his head. And then coming up from this, there's going to be one of his big spines. Just like Kizi has spines, Kizilla has spines too. So they're kind of a triangle, but they bow out a little bit just at the bottoms here, and then a nice curve at the top. Great. So now we can draw the body that's going to come down toward his hand here. So it's going to start off at this point here, and it's going to just be a line that really just comes straight around like this, curving down towards his hand. So that's it right there. We're going to come up, put your pencil here, and pull it around and down towards his hand. But along the way, because he's kind of a monster, there's going to just be some little flicky out bits here. So we can put these in after, and then just erase. Because we're using pencil, we can erase the little lines so that we can color that in with green when we go over it later. Looking good. Okay, so let's finish up the spines from up here. There's going to be one peeking from back here. It's not going to be as high because it's getting further away. So up and down. And then right away another one. Up and down. And then just a teeny tiny one right here. Up and down. Okay, perfect. So let's draw his mouth. Well, let's just see here. We came out this far for the circle. Oop, my pencil is still touching the paper when I did that. So now we're just going to hop on down to here. And just leave this bit of green space in between. We're going to draw a line that's going to come underneath his eye, just like this. It's going to stop just after his eyeball. So we're going to start here. We're going to scoop around and come out just past his eyeball and draw the corner of his cheek. And then if you drew Kizi or Alpakizi with me, you would see that this angle comes down here, and it's going to come over like his teeth. So it's just going to curve a bit and then stop. And then he's going to have an open mouth that's like a half a heart curving down going to come up here and touch on this line, and then it's going to keep going right up to the edge of his mouth. It gets a little straighter right there because his teeth are there. And then we can see his tongue, so his tongue is just going to sit flat inside his mouth there, and right below his lip there's just a little line there to show the lip. Great. Okay, so let's draw this hand since we kind of already got it started. I'm just going to come back up to his mouth and hop over, going down in this direction here. We're going to come down like this, and then his thumb sticks out. And you can see I drew here that he's holding a club. So I stopped the line of his hand when I got to the club, and I know the club is going to be here because I have my sketch line. And I'm just going to draw a circle, like a C shape, around the club. So this is the inside of his hand holding on to it. And then I'll draw a finger, so just curving up like this. And then you'll just sort of see this back one a little bit there. And then we'll just adjust the lines we made. So I'm just going to erase some of these sketch lines that I had put in before. It's easy to erase them because they were so faint. But it will help you see my new lines better. Alright, so now he is holding a club. Let's draw that. So he's going to come straight out like this, and straight out like this. And then at the end, there's kind of a circle that shows where the shading goes. And we'll just have some lines like this to make it look like wood. And then at the back, the club sticks out. So think of this line coming through his hand and sticking out right there. Same with this one, through, and sticking out right there. So then you can just cap it off and erase it if you went too far. Okay, very good. So let's go over to the other side now, and let's draw this line here. It's going to come right down to this finger, but it's going to be, his clothes are going to be here. So we'll maybe stop when we get to the top of his overalls. So here we go. We're coming down from this corner. So same idea. So this one curved out a bit. This one's going to curve out a bit. And here we go. We're just going to come down. I'm going to hop over this. You could keep going if you want to. And all the way down till we get to where his fingers are going to be. Perfect. Okay, so then we're going to have, again on this side, just some little sticky bits of fur where it kind of looks messier. And we can erase that solid line. If you were super confident about the shape of this guy, you could have done this along the way. Like as you came down, you could have just added these in. But I like to do them after, just so you can see where I'm placing them and you don't have to panic. You know, you can erase them if you didn't get it quite right. Okay, so where we just stopped here, let's just come up a bit and make a bump like this. And then we're going to make a triangle that's a bit curved at the top. So this is his thumb and his thumbnail, like that. Great. And then we're going to draw two more fingers. So from behind this thumb, you can sort of see the rest of this finger popping out a little. And then there's this claw triangle here. And then there's another claw you can just see back there. He's got 3 fingers, so just like lots of cartoons do. Okay, so let's come back up here where we left off, and let's just make a line that comes this way a little bit, and then it's going to hug his body. So we're going to head right down to this little finger that we just did from here. So it's going to be pretty straight, like that. And then we're going to curve in like that. And then his leg will come down from here, and he'll have 3 toes. These are probably triangles too, but the angle we see them on, they end up looking circular because of the angle. Great. I'm just going to bring that in so it touches and we don't leave any empty space. Okay, so this was the bottom of his body right here. Bring it down a little lower. And then his short little leg at the bottom. Great. Proportions are the thing that make cartoons look just like themselves. So sometimes I adjust a line because I want it to be more proportional. It will look more like the real character. Okay, so now we're going to draw his overalls. And so up here what's going to happen is that you're going to have a bump out because the clothing sticks out from his body. And just going to draw a little wrinkle there. And then from here we're just going to come down to the edge of his shoulder and then swoop over his belly to where it gets to his his pants section, and then this part's just going to come over like this. Again, erasing some sketch lines. Now let's just go finish up here with another little bump. And I don't know, I'm being a little bit detailed here, but I just hopped past that line, so it looks like it's going around his body. If I just touched it right on the line here, you wouldn't see the dimension of it moving behind him. So if you can just see that, it's like a candy cane shape, really right in there. Awesome. Okay, so now he's gonna have a few little wrinkles in his shirt. So right around here, I'll just draw a line in, and we'll make it keep going. It's like his edge of his belly. And then another little line up here, give it some wrinkles. And also it's torn because it's like caveman times. So just gonna make it look a little ruffled along there. All right, so we just have two things left. We just have to do his tail and his other little foot. So thinking about where he's standing, okay, this is the ground. We want both be standing on the ground. So we're gonna make another toe peeking out back here from behind his club. And then we'll make another toe, and then we'll make another toe, just like so. And then we'll make the edge of his leg coming down and touching his toes. Perfect. And now we will make his back tail, his only tail. So it's going to just come out from the side like this. It's laying on the ground. Okay, so here's the ground here, but now further back, the ground is like this. So it's still on the ground, but it's further away. So we're going to have the edge of his tail sitting on the ground. And then from here, we're just going to draw a curve down. And we'll make some little spines that are sticking out from behind him, just like this, towards the tip. Okay, so those are all of the lines that we need to draw Kizilla. And now I'm going to use my markers and go over all the details. So I'm just going to do red first here, and I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge along the edges of each of these spines just to show some reflection and give dimension. And I'm also going to use a darker red for shadows. And then I'm going to go over this with my Sharpie and color it all green and add some spots and color in his overalls. So I'm going to do that in time lapse, and I hope you enjoyed watching me draw Kizilla today. I hope you drew him too, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.